Hi everyone, in today's video, we'll be visiting the KEF distributor in Singapore and doing a comparison between the Blade 2 Meta speakers and the Reference 3 Meta speakers. At the end of this video, we'll also have a short clip on the Blade 1 Meta speakers. Enjoy! Hey guys, so today we are at middle of Singapore, central part of Singapore. We just came from the Tai Seng MRT and just a few steps away we are at this building where Atlas is located. It's in this building over here, level 3. So let's go. Atlas Sound and Vision is the distributor for KEF loudspeakers in Singapore. And in the front, near the entrance, we have the R11 on the right, as well as the R7 on the left. And these are in white color. Next to it, we have the LS-X2 wireless speakers. And below it, we have the LS50 wireless 2 in gray. And there are some AudioQuest cables on this rack as well. And here we have the Lotus Edition LS60 wireless in green with the gold UniQ drivers. So Atlas is also the reseller for NAD and Blue Sound products, and they have some on demo available here. So on this wall we have Blue Sound products. From the top left we have the Node, and below it we have the Power Node, and also the Pulse speakers that are on the right side of this wall. In this shop, we have a few demo rooms, and right now we are going to head towards the big demo room, which comprise mainly of KEF products and electronics by Accuphase. We have near the entrance, we have the R5 in black from KEF, and here we have assortment of KEF bookshelf speakers, and this one in blue is the LS50 Meta. And next to the Meta is the Reference 1 Meta speakers in gloss black. And on the left of it, we have the KEF R3 Meta in blue. And the floor standard is the Reference 5 non-Meta version. And this speaker in white is the Blade 1 Meta with driven by high-end electronics from Accuphase, and streaming is from Lumin. And in this rack we can see some of the Accuphase electronics. There is the C2300 preamp and CD transport, and the amplifier is the E800 Class A integrated amplifier, and this is the equalizer from Accuphase. And on this corner we see the NAD 3050 and the Cube subwoofer from KEF. On the right, we see a row of R series speakers with different finishing, so you can see and demonstrate if you are here. And on the other side of the room, we have the speakers that we are going to check out today, which is the Blade 2 Metas and the Reference 3 Meta speakers. This is the Lotus Special Edition for the LS60 wireless. It comes in green and gold UniQ drivers. So KEF has been around for a long time. It's been established since 1961, and on this wall, we can see some of the innovations and technologies from KEF. This is the second room where they feature most of the in-wall speakers and home theater setup using KEF speakers. Okay, these are the specifications for the Blade 2 Meta for your reference, and this is the specifications for the Reference 3 Meta.
So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. I just can't figure out, is it too late or too early? Is it right on time? Could it be right on? If the crow said it right, we can move out by dawn early. Could be right on time. Could be right on. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. I just can't figure out, is it too late or too early? Is it right on time? Could it be right on? If the crow said it right, we can move out by dawn early. Could be right on time. Could be right on. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they Good morning is what she said. Sweet candy before we get out of bed. And good loving to brighten up the day. Just a little something. You're on your beautiful life. Good morning is what she said. Sweet candy before we get out of bed, and good loving to brighten up the day. Just a little something to get you on your way. It's a beautiful life when you love another. A beautiful life when you rediscover a pleasant surprise when you open your eyes and it feels like the first time. It's a beautiful life. Cool water is running over me. Sweet sister, you bring me to my knees, and I'll keep dreaming of you and all.
pause takes away the sunshine.
Okay, Daniel, can you tell me more about the reference tree and then compare with the Blade 2 metas?
Okay. The reference tree is a series above the R series. So quality of the parts are higher, construction is better, terminals at the back are also different. You'll notice that for this particular model, the reference tree, there are two bass drivers, one above the UniQ, one below the UniQ. And this is the typical UniQ that you will find on all KEF speakers, where the tweeter is in the middle, and that is your mid-bass driver. There's this little plastic fins at the side here, is what they call the tangerine waveguide. This helps to align your high frequencies and your mid-range to give you better sound. There's a whole metal plate in the front here which makes the speaker very dense. So it doesn't move, it's heavy. You'll find that sound is tighter. Soundstage wise, images are more focused and the speaker doesn't shift so much. This in comparison with the Blade 2s are very different. This one is the Blade 2 Meta. So the Blade 2 Meta is also a three-way speaker. But here you have woofers on the right. There are two on the right. This is also a 6.5-inch driver, and there are also two more at the side here. So those fire sideways. You have KEF's UniQ driver here, the same design, and around here there's a bit of absorptive material that kind of stops reflection, the sound from scattering and messing up the immediate sound you hear when you are at the listening seat. So characteristic of the sound is very different from a more traditional speakers where the drivers are firing at you. For this, the sound stage the Blades 2 creates is more of like a live event. All the energy is in front. If let's say you go and listen at a jazz club, all the music is in front, energy is in front. It's not fired at you. So it's a very live feel to it. The sound is also very smooth and neutral. No peaks in the frequency band. So you will find that it's smooth and effortless. Also, these tend to give you a huge and very big sound stage. So you find a lot of the stage actually extends past the speakers themselves.
Yeah, I noticed during the demo as well.
So sound systems, when you listen to it, you have a nice stage, a focus, but everything seems to be between the speakers. Whereas the Blades give you that big stage, and sound actually comes from outside. You also have better depth and this big wall of sound.
Okay.
That is.
Are they using the same UniQ drivers?
UniQ drivers is slightly different depending on the models, but the Blades and the reference UniQ drivers are of a higher quality than the other series like the Qs and the Rs, because those are kind of built to a price point. In terms of sound quality, these are much better. Much better. You also notice that the speakers don't have actually a parallel surface. So everything is curved. You don't have sound bouncing back and forth internally. So that will give you a distortion.
Okay.
And it interferes with the sound that is coming out.
And the body of the speaker, what is the material that you're using?
Basically wood, and then they cover with this laminate.
I see.
The speakers are rear ported, there are two ports at the back. But unlike the reference series, you cannot change the internal tube that is inside. For the reference, you can actually remove the tube. It's a longer tube that is inside out of the box. If you change it to the shorter tube, that makes the bass a lot lower. You lose a little bit of the punch. So depending on the music you listen to, depending on how your room sounds, you can adjust accordingly. Here we leave the longer tubes in place. We find that sounds better here.
Okay, and the last question will be, what will be the price?
The Blade 2 Metas are about 41,000, depending on
Singapore
color.
dollars.
Yeah, Singapore dollars. The basic colors will be gloss white, gloss black. This will be titanium grey, so these are the more custom colors. Titanium grey, you also have orange, red, blue. So they take a bit of time to build. When you buy one, you assign someone to build it for you. And the person who builds it will measure it against their reference blade in their factory, in the KEF factory, and to make sure that the tolerance between left and right speakers are small. I believe it's a 0.5 dB.
Wow.
So they will do all the testing, and then when it's ready to ship, you also find its signature on the certificate as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that these two speakers are the ones that are made in the UK
In the
factory.
UK,
Yeah.
yes. These are made in the UK. The Blade 2, Blade 1s, those are the bigger ones, and all the reference, they are made in the UK. Whereas the Q series, the R speakers and the active speakers are made in China.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. It was
most
a
welcome.
wonderful experience here. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Just a little something to get you on your way. It's a beautiful life when you love another. A beautiful life when you rediscover a pleasant surprise. When you open your eyes and it feels like
To conclude, music sounded both on great speakers and I enjoyed them very much. The highs and the mids came with very nice detail and clarity without fatigue. Bass is not super deep and chest thumping, but clearly defined and nicely rolled off at the bottom frequencies. In terms of differences between these speakers, the KEF reference 3 Meta has a more forward presentation, and tighter soundstage that appears between the speakers. Whereas for the Blade 2 Meta, the soundstage was wider and further behind the speakers. The Blade 2 Meta sounded like it has a more even frequency response and has excellent off-axis listening, so whether vertical or horizontally. The Blade 2 costs twice of the Rev 3, and these are some of the best speakers that KEF has to offer. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe as it will help my channel very much. Thank you.